video. If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do that. A couple vlogs ago, I asked you guys if you would want to see a video where I read some entries from my old journal from high school, and you guys said yes! So that is what we're gonna do today. This is my journal from high school. It goes from, let's see, my birthday in 2006 when I turned 17 up until actually my marriage to Greg. So it covers quite a span of my life. I was a senior in high school in November in 2006. And like I said, I had turned 17 when I got this journal. Let's dive in. Okay, so very first entry, my birthday, 2006, I turned 17 this day. Hello, you are my new journal. Ooh la la! I wrote out ooh la la in case you were curious. How exciting! Well, good news, today is my birthday! It wasn't too exciting though, because I didn't get a cake or presents, but all in all, it was a fun day. I don't know if that's funny or really sad. So apparently on my 17th birthday, I didn't get a cake or presents. Okay, so when I was 17, I started dating a guy who lived in Nevada and I lived in Utah. And somehow I convinced my mom to buy me a plane ticket and let me fly to Nevada to see my boyfriend and sleep at his house. I don't know how I pulled off convincing her to let me do that, but somehow I did. So this is a story of the plane ride. I had never flown before by myself, and so I was really nervous. On the plane, I sat next to this guy, which was fine, but apparently I looked older than I am. He offered to buy me a drink and asked if I was a gambler. Do I look 21 to you? You know, I thought it was an honest mistake by this guy, but maybe it wasn't, and he just really liked younger girls. I'm glad I didn't realize that at the time. So, same boyfriend came up from Nevada to visit me at my house, and he had gotten to my house while I was at a speech competition, and so he like hung out with my family the whole time I was at this competition, and then my mom brought me home from the competition, and I was so nervous to see him. Obviously, him living in Nevada, we didn't see each other very often, and I was so excited and scared to see him. So this is from February 12th, 2007. I'm still 17, still a senior in high school. Well, I finally got home to see him. Oh, before I went in, I asked my mom how I looked. You know what she said? You look old. Wow, Mom. Thanks for sending me in with confidence. February 15th, 2007, I got in a fight with my mom. We fought a lot my senior year. Got in a fight with my mom, who was supposed to take me to work. And so I was like, screw you, Mom, I'm gonna take the bus. So I ran down to the bus stop and I was freaking out because I was gonna be late for my job. So I ran out of the house to take the bus to work. Well, it was cold and the bus was like 15 minutes late. I was going to be late for work. So in frustration, I yelled to the sky, I need a miracle! Literally out loud. On the side of the road, I yelled to the sky. I heard this honk and thought, it's someone who knows me. They're going to give me a ride. I looked down and driving past is a group of boys flicking me off. I wrote flicking. I was very naive as a high school student and I didn't know the correct word was flipping. I said flicking. I met my now husband Greg in high school. He was in the school play and I was the assistant director for that school play. We met in January and slowly became friends, but like through my whole journal, all I wrote about, literally all I wrote about was Nevada boyfriend and how much I loved him and how much I missed him and oh we were fighting and oh he's the greatest and what if we break up and The first time I actually mentioned Greg after knowing him for almost, 2 months? It was March 28th, 2007. We were going to Morp, which is prom, except backwards, so it's like not a formal dance, and the girls asked the boys. And the theme that year, I think, was something doing with Disney, and so I went as Newsies with my date, and Greg with his date went as Captain Jack Sparrow and Elizabeth Turner. Greg went as Captain Jack, and he had drawn a beard on. He didn't want to mess it up, so he drank out of a ladle. It was hilarious. I don't know if I call it hilarious, and I don't know how drinking out of a ladle is any different than drinking out of a cup. But I have picture evidence here. Yep, that happened. First entry about my future husband. He was a hottie. Oh my gosh, you guys. When I realized this, my brain exploded. I am not like, it is fate. This event occurred on April 17th, 2007. Greg was my best friend. I was still dating my Las Vegas boyfriend. He was not on the radar as anything more than friends. He was my friend, and that was it, because I was gonna marry Nevada boyfriend, convinced of it. Little did I know, 2 years after I wrote this entry, I would be marrying this guy. We got married April 17th, 2009, and like I said, this entry is April 17th, 2007. Okay, ready for this entry? Ready? So Greg finally told me he liked me. I guess it's not weird because I've known for a while. He reminds me so much of Nevada boyfriend. It is hard not to fall for him. I can't wait for Nevada boyfriend to come down. Hopefully it'll make things clear. My sister explained it well. She told me I love Nevada boyfriend and I'm attracted to Greg. It is two different things. Oh, life and boys is so difficult. Is that not the most romantic thing you've ever heard, except for the part where I put him in the friend zone and said I was just physically attracted to him? My husband, my future husband, told me he liked me, and I shut him down. But it was 2 years before we were married. That's insane. Like, what are the chances those dates would line up? And when we chose April 17th to get married, I had no idea about this. Like, I did not know this journal entry existed. It's insane. Okay, so obviously things with a Nevada boyfriend crumbled and fell apart. And I was obviously crushed as a newly graduated from high school 17-year-old. So this is from June 5th, 2007, and I think Greg and I graduated high school May 31st, 2007. So I have been graduated from high school a total of 5 days, and I'm 17 years old. This is my journal entry. What if I never get married? All I want to What if I never get married? All I want to do is get married and have kids. Some might think this is lame, but it's true. I'm afraid I won't get married. I guess I shouldn't worry, but I do. I hope it's in God's plans for me to get married. Why? Why at 17, 5 days after high school graduation, am I like, I'm never gonna get married? I'm gonna be alone my entire life. I'm practically a spinster. Okay, June 12th, 2007. I have now been single for 1 week and 2 days. A record, I think. Honestly, it was a record. From the time I was 16 until this point in my journal, I had had a steady boyfriend. Like, there was only a week max in between me like dumping a guy and getting a new boyfriend. I have a problem. I think Greg likes me. I don't know how I feel. Part of me likes him, part of me doesn't. I'm so sorry, love. I don't want things to change. I won't get with Greg. It would just be too weird. We are just friends, and that's how I want things to stay. Side note, it's not in the journal. 5 days. 5 whole days after I wrote this, Greg and I started dating. So during this time, I went with my sister to Canada. I was flying home from Canada, and I decided to doodle because I was bored on the plane. Let's dive into these doodles. First, I bubble lettered my name. I doodled Gregory Elmer White. I wrote smile, where the E has a tail and is turned into a smile face. You know, those are okay. I drew a shirt. Just a shirt. I drew this pathetic looking stick figure. Like, stick figures are already the easiest things to draw. And that stick figure that looks like my 3-year-old drew it. I drew that at 17. And this. This is going to haunt my dreams because what the is that? What is it? It is like a bear with a human face? I don't know. In case you're curious, my art skills have literally not improved. I am a terrible artist. I guess we'll end on this sappy post because all the entries I've read so far have been not great with Greg. First, I turned him down when he told me he liked me. And then 5 days before we got together, I said it would be too weird to get with him. Let me read one that's a little more flattering. November 5th, 2007. I am almost 18 at this point, and Greg and I have been dating 7 months. Do you believe in soulmates? Is it possible to have someone out there who is perfect for you, who completes you and makes you a better person? I've been wondering about it a lot lately. I love Gregory so much. I can tell you, because you won't laugh at me, because you're a piece of paper. No offense. I love Greg so much. When he holds me in his arms, I feel complete and whole. Like this is where I'm supposed to be. He's all I think about and all I need to be happy. He's my prince and I am his princess. And one day we'll escape from here. It's all I want, just to get away and forget everything. Have nothing exist except Greg and me. Wow, I must seem like a lovesick teenager. I wish I could explain it's so much deeper than that. My sister makes love seem so complicated. It's not. I love Greg. Sure, he has faults and I do too, but we are there for one another. As long as we have that, everything else will fall into place. That was very romantic. It's still true. I know if you guys have been a subscriber on here for a long time, you know, but if this is your first video, Greg and I had all the odds stacked against us. We started dating right out of high school. We got married really young. We had kids super young. We've had a string of bad luck. And you know what I said in my other vlog is so true. I think we have so much bad luck now because I used up all my luck in getting Greg. Again, I still don't know if I believe in soulmates, but if I did, Greg and I would be it. We are insanely perfect for each other in every way. I just love that kid. That is my journal. I kept a journal pretty consistently. I don't know, I have probably 4 or 5 journals. So if you would like another read through of one of Kayla's journals, or there's a couple more entries I probably could do out of this one, let me know. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Again, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.